everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. Started. Why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Not muted this whole time. You guys probably, hopefully I didn't say anything stupid or you know, you guys didn't have to hear any other noises. Yeah, other link. Sorry, I was messaging to one of my friends in Discord. Should we go to full cam? We're here. We're just gonna stay on this cam. It says claimed. How did you already get claimed on that link? That's weird. Let me just make a new link for my friend here real quick. Good, and do it again. Okay, I'll make a new one. I think it's a different email. Just make him a new one. Here you go. Boom. Okay. All right. Where were we? Talking about the markets. Markets where I miss stonks. Ollie's in the house. For those of you know, Ollie was the original creator of stonks.com, not like the CEO creator, but the original developer creator of stonks.com, and he has not shown up to my streams, but me or him and I actually stay in touch quite a bit. We talk about AI back and forth together. We talk about general technology back and forth together. Mainly we talk about Elon and Sam Altman fighting with each other online. You know, it's our little entertainment. We love watching Elon and Sam fight, and then we have our discussions in Discord. But good to see you on the YouTube side over here, Ollie. Welcome. And yes, sir, we do miss stonks.com. What a long time it has been since then, eh? Almost a year, I guess, since stonks. We gave away like 50K in those 3 months. I mean, I made some money. I'm not complaining. I made some free money. But boy, I wish how stonks.com was actually a real thing. I think it could have been something so good, so golden opportunity that I think you guys just missed out on doing so. I don't know. I think it's still something that needs to be looked into in the future. But we'll leave it as it is. We'll leave it where it is. Let's talk about the market, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, CPI came out today, pre-market. CPI took the market higher. Later on, the market did look a little scary. A lot of stocks pulled back, especially big tech. Big tech make a run up to the north side. Let me quickly pull up my 7 charts for big tech here. You can see how originally we made a first run up to the north side on Apple. A lot of them look very similar. Here's Amazon, a gap up and then a run up, but then immediately flush back down on both of them. And that's kind of the story across the board. Tesla, for example, pushing really to the downside. Meta was a little bit stronger. Google pulling back also. Where's Microsoft? And Microsoft pulling back also. So starting off to the day, everything did look scary, and it was looking like we were gonna have one of those days again where the market pushes back into all-time highs and then struggles, and then everything gets sold off again. That overhead supply, that struggle that we've been having, just continues to show us more and more pain and no gain at all. But market turns around. You have a full 180 across the board on many stocks. For example, Amazon going right back up. Meta basically pushing into the $800 area. Nvidia almost closing at a new high a day. Not really, but you know, Nvidia making a new high a day later on after initially crashing the way it did below 180. So it was just a crazy back and forth, you know, boink move across the board. And you can say it was a stop run, right? Some sort of a stop run, some sort of a stop hit coming into play. But the numbers for CPI were good. We are looking at a better direction for inflation, better direction for you know, interest rates to come down and so on. If you actually take a look at now, yesterday the CME tool was at 86%. Today the CME tool back at 94% after that CPI number. So exactly what you're seeing kind of be priced into the market also. So market using that as a gauge, as a boost to push itself back up, and volatility probably dying back down. Maybe actually volatility opening up at one point and then dying back down later on in the day. Quickly go check out where the VIX is, VIX on the day. Go to the 1 minute chart. As you can see, yeah, I mean, 1 day chart. Originally, it did go up. Volatility looked like it was going to start spiking, but then right back to the downside for the volatility. Now under 14, under 15. Sorry, not under 14 yet, under 15. And market making, I want to say, a new all-time high. Did it make a new all-time high? It did. So S&P 500 make a new all-time high. They did. Dow Jones, nowhere close to it. And IWM Russell, boy oh boy, did IWM Russell have a good day today. Nice little breakout from this previous zone, pushing right back into consolidation high. And then if we break this consolidation high, more upside coming in for small cap market. Small cap stocks are blasting off. Large cap stocks are blasting off. This market is on an absolute heater bull run. So shout out to all the bulls out there. You're getting what is it? You're getting another all-time high for the bull, and for the perma bears, a big middle finger to the perma bears. You know, shout out to all the perma bears. If you zoom out on the market, look guys. As you zoom out on the market, let's go to the 1 month chart here real quick. And you know, stonks only go up, okay? Stonks don't go down. Maybe they do for a little bit, but not for a long time, okay? Stonks don't go down. Stonks only go up. And this is the proof of it right here. This is an insane heater of a move across the board today. Shout out to Circle, which had a really good IPO. At least I didn't read the IPO, I'll be honest with you, but the move in pre-market was monstrous, and Circle basically gave up that whole move later on. Circle completely 360, or sorry, 180 that move today, going back to the downside, and then after hours they do an offering, which takes the stock right back into the $149 lows. So Circle is a big name to keep an eye out for the watch list tomorrow. Let's actually curate the watch list real quick. Circle, Circle SE was a good name today. I traded that one. Pony, I don't remember even looking at Pony today, but we'll see if anything sets up over there. ON. Don't care about PaySafe. BBAI for maybe any day 2. OKL Low had a pretty good long. ASTS, probably worth watching. ACHR, probably still worth watching. MNDY, we'll throw that in the watch list for a quick little look at it. But the main stocks are here, the ones that report earnings today after hours, which is CoreWeave, Rigetti, Kava got smoked, absolutely got destroyed, and you know how that makes me happy. GRAL, what is this stock? GRAL, what price are you? You are in the $30 price area. Ooh, nice range, and potentially a break of the range higher or lower could be something to keep an eye on. Neither of that played out. Still above the 200-day moving average, so potentially worth putting GRAL on the watch list. How much volume does the stock do? 1 million shares, and you did nothing in the after hours. So the importance for GRAL probably at an all-time low here. For tomorrow, let's be honest, because you have stocks like CoreWeave, Rigetti, Circle, Kava. That is more than enough of a watch list right here. These 5 names, Circle, C, CoreWeave, Rigetti, Kava. If you can't find a trade in these hot names tomorrow, then trust me, you need to stop trading, go to paper trading, and you know, learn how to trade properly before you go and burn some money out there in the market. Not trying to be a dick when I say that, but that's just facts, because these are going to be the names to watch tomorrow. So those are the high priority names. Besides that, anything in the pre-market tomorrow to keep an eye on doesn't look like it. I'm going to just ignore everything in the pre-market tomorrow and just focus on day 2 opportunities from the ones that already reported, or day 1 opportunities from the ones that reported after hours. Quickly trying to remember some hot movers on the day today. Besides that, I think we can go to Robinhood. Robinhood didn't really have a positive day as I thought it did, but still okay. Not too negative of a day going on there. How's Reddit currently? Let's pull over to Reddit. Wow, Reddit is just on an absolute mission, going back into all-time high. Actually tickled all-time high today by a couple pennies. What's today's high? 229.45. All-time high is 230.41, so 50 cents away from all-time high, $1 really away from all-time high, which is very interesting. Reddit's got to be on the watch list for the day trade basket. This stock is now extended, really extended to the upside. If we go to my other chart, which has one of Yanni's indicators, shout out to Yanni. Oh really? Reddit, I thought you would be, you know, more extended than what I'm seeing over here. Looks like Reddit is actually now only 3 ATR away in the 3 ATR up in the last 5 days. But if you look at the overall chart, I mean, this stock was at 140 at the start of this month, or now we're in the August, I guess. So yeah, this at the start of June, it is on the start of August. Yeah, so the start of August, we were at 150, and now in the middle of August, or just 2 weeks into August, we're at 230. So we're very extended. You do have the golden cross coming into play over here. Usually when you get golden cross, means the stock is just gearing up for a big run. The 20-day moving average is a little far. The 9-day moving average is also a little far. It's at $200. The 50-day moving average, obviously very far away. We are 50% away from the 50-day moving average. Let's quickly take a look at how many ATRs. We're 10 ATRs away from the 50-day moving average. So all things considered, I think we can expect some stalling coming into play on Reddit in the next few days, especially going into options expiry on Friday. Looking for that mean reversion short. We still haven't had first red day on this name. So 1, 2, is that a red day? Looks like we did lose a 1.32% there, but then right back to green. A little bit of a red day, green, and then another green day today. So we did have technically 2 red days on board, but I would not consider them, you know, now I'm just kind of stretching the rules, and I'm trying to make it fit into my context, which is never something you want to do. But overall, this is still a very extended chart, and looking for a proper short opportunity on Reddit, looking for a proper first red day type of setup on Reddit is a high priority nevertheless. So keeping an eye on this one tomorrow, right into the resistance of 230.45. I'm just gonna say 230.50. I'm gonna round it up a little bit, and keep an eye on that level tomorrow. See if we come into play with that. Today's low is 220. That's a big move to the downside. That 148 gap, I don't think we're gonna go all the way back down there. If anything, you know, ideally Reddit does something like this and then breaks through the 230 after going a little bit sideways. This is a little too extended. Another name in the same basket, you could take a look at A-Lab. A little bonkers at the moment. You know, not too long ago we were at 95, now you're at $200. You could say I'm a little salty because, you know, I was long 97, got stopped out 90 bucks, and now the stock is at 200, so you could say I'm a little salty because of that. But you know, a setup is a setup for the day trade, and if it shows up, I'm gonna be ready for it. This little stalling over here makes that short less worth it compared to Reddit, but still very extended and potentially worth keeping an eye on for the next few days, weeks, whenever it sets up for an eventual parabolic short setup. I don't think it's parabolic just yet. It is extended, not parabolic. Same thing for Reddit. It is extended, on the verge of getting parabolic once we start going even more higher than the all-time high, and don't really show you red days, don't really show you weakness below previous day lows. That will make this trade even better. Quickly taking a look at, oh yeah, we can't forget some of the stocks that I traded on the day today. ATNF, that stock was monstrous, along with ATNF, BMNR, SBET. These are your Ethereum ETF strategy holding crypto names, basically talking about how they have Ethereum on their holdings. So a lot of these stocks have been going crazy. So ATNF, BMNR, worth watching for that basket. I think ATNF also has a Peter Thiel partnership, like 7% or so. How many companies is Peter Thiel backing that are now trading Bitcoin? So I have no idea what the hell is going on. But the stock obviously going absolutely wild. Circle down in the after hours trading from their public offering. CoreWeave also down in their after hours trading from their earnings report. USAR reportedly up 23% after their report. What is this? Neo Magnets? Okay, let's take a look at USAR on the watch list. BBAI, pretty sure that one's already up there. Rigetti, we already have that one too. Down slightly, so looks like a nothing burger move. Up 3% after the company announced its 400 million active monthly users on Threads platform, which is, you know, not surprising at all. If you're doing any sort of research, it doesn't take a lot of work to realize that Threads has been catching a lot of traction recently. Simply open up your mobile app store. That's what it's called. I was trying to look for I was gonna call it browser because I'm just such a desktop person. Your mobile app store, and just go through the top trending apps, and the top trending apps you'll see number 1 to 10 on Apple and on Android. Meta's Threads is actually in the top 3, top 5, top 10. So Meta is clearly catching some traction on the Threads platform, especially since the number of bots on X.com has been going crazy. Nikita, I thought Nikita Bayer would you know, improve X.com, but he has done nothing but absolutely make this website go to shit, sadly. And yet here I am paying 10 bucks a month for this stupid blue check mark. So maybe time to stop using X. Overall, it's just normal people, normies using Threads, and for the most part financial world is still on Twitter, but maybe time to start exploring and thinking about opening a Threads account too. Just something to think about. SE, we talked about that one briefly, and OKLO also on the watch list. Okay, pretty short watch list. Let's also throw in Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Coin, MicroStrategy, IBITHA. That's your Ethereum ETF. And we have an IPO tomorrow, bullish. So that is your watch list, or at least my watch list for tomorrow. And I'm gonna put bullish all the way up and high priority. For those of you who don't know, bullish is the company name, not me saying I'm bullish about it. That's the company name. If your company name is bullish and your ticker name is BLSH, it's either bullsh or bullish, you know, bullshit or bullish. So we'll see how it plays out on the report. I think one stock to keep an eye on for that earnings report is Circle. You know how Circle played out on its earnings report, sorry, not earnings report, on its IPO, is something to expect from bullish also. We'll dive deeper into that very quickly. I tweeted about it earlier today. Let's start with my trade on the day, which I want to showcase really quickly. That I honestly fumbled a little bit of a fumble. Should have made a lot more money on this trade. Starting with this tweet down here. Notice that ATNF, a stock which is, I'm guessing, you know, small cap. It's about the ETF treasury nonsense news. Getting above a nice daily level over here of $4.75. And really looking so bullish and so strong on the intraday chart. Usually a name like this I would short it, but we have seen a clear trend of you know, Bitcoin treasury stocks blow up and go absolutely rip to the north side. So now we're getting a second wave of the same news catalyst, which is Ethereum treasury stocks, and they're blowing up to the north side. So taking a look at that, the way the stock was playing out over here, I noticed that we are getting above this pre-market area, the today's opening price of $6, and holding above 6, and then you know, just holding above VWAP. So all of this action right here convinced me that I have to look for a long on this name, and eventually that is what I ended up doing. So caught a nice long opportunity right here on what I thought was the, what would you call this, the second chance scalp, what I thought was a second chance scalp, but noticed some weakness in this area, so punched out of that one, and I waited for a better entry. Once that better entry at $6 showed up, stock clearly held $6 again on the pullback. Started a trade again, added more size in this area after it pulled back, and then created a higher low, added more size over there, added on the breakout a higher day, and I thought I was a genius for getting out at $8. But next thing you know, the stock pulls back, holds $7 at this point. It's basically playing like in a dollar range, every single dollar up and every single dollar below. Playing in a dollar range over here, holding 7. I wasn't really watching it at this point. Had I been watching it, I think somewhere over here in 7.50 against $7, I would have looked to get long, and I missed out on that secondary, tertiary move up. However, later on, I'm still watching this stock go absolutely crazy. Didn't catch this run up over here, thankfully. Missed out on the drop down over there, which would have probably turned me off on the stock completely, but kept watching it. Noticed that it went down, halted, opened right back up at the halt price, which was basically the previous high a day. Again, $8 area, and it held. Oh, all right, we're gonna hold 8. Let me try to get back in long, risk that $8 low, and see if the stock can go parabolic like it's clearly wanting to. So getting long again, expecting it to go for the high a day. Didn't really go for the high a day, started to show some selling before it, so quickly taking profits. Right back into the $8 again, holds $8, then I'm getting back in the move back through 8, adding over here on the little consolidation near 9, once again, dollar area. Every single dollar has a little bit of a range. So getting in 850, adding on the 9, adding on the high of day 950, but then getting scared of the trade and really dumping my position on the first sign of weakness. As the stock pushes back through 10 and it pushes back through 950. At end of the day, the stock goes to like what, $12, $13. So what a fumble over there. I was long $6. I could have literally doubled my money on this stock today. So absolute sad story. But it is what it is. And hopefully next time we do better. We need to sit down and study on how to do better. There were multiple reasons to get back in here. I was just a little hesitant, a little scared, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. A little scared. Hesitant is one word, but scared was the second word, because I thought this stock was too far too high already and it just can't go anymore. This is a little ridiculous. But, you know, something that I was ranting about to one of my buddies in Discord: trade the trade. We are not analysts. If there is a setup and there is a trade, take the damn trade and trade it. That's all you can do. As a day trader, as a swing trader, that's all you can do. If you're an investor, that's a whole different deal, right? You got to start looking at the numbers, make some investment decisions, and so on. So we're not investors, we're not analysts, we're day traders, we're swing traders. Just take the damn trade, take the damn setup, and you know, stick with it. All right, so that was my trade on the day. Let's now head over to the stocks that we want to keep an eye out for. Circle, pretty high priority. That offering, obviously, taking the stock right into that 149 area. If the stock actually manages to stay below 149 tomorrow, that is going to be very, very puzzling, because not only did we break this range high and push higher today, we completely reversed and now we're testing this range low. Especially when Bitcoin and the whole market is looking like it wants to really propel itself to the north side. So if that's the case, you know, you don't want to see Circle breaking 149. Circle is in the Bitcoin sector, so keep an eye on how this one plays out. If we do get back below 149, not a good story. I guess somebody knew something with the way the stock played out. I mean, it was having just so much pressure today. So 149 is your support area. If that doesn't hold, I think you can really expect some bottoms to open up on this name. Apple bottom cheese. Anyway, some bottom to open up on this name very, very quickly. SE. Let's talk about one of the more bullish stock reports and moves on the day. You know, nice breakout of the range high over here too. You need to get into UNH. The bottom is in. Fuck you, Joe Green. Fuck UNH. Fuck this stock. Fuck everything. I'm so pissed off. It's back again. I took a loss on this name like what, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Fuck this stock, dude. Fucking UNH. Free Luigi, dude. Free Luigi. And I hope he goes for the other CEO at this point. God damn it. But yes, hopefully the bottom's in. You know, the bottom might be it, and I might have to think about getting back in. We'll see. We'll see. Coming back, you can see the frustration in my voice. This name, dude. God damn it. Okay. SE, as long as it stays above 170, I think that's your key level right there. Today's midpoint is not even 170. Today's VWAP is not even 170. But I think watching SE stay above 170, 171. Oh no, today's midpoint is 172 area. So anywhere from 170 to 172 would be interesting to watch to see support can show up and take the stock even higher tomorrow. And we get much higher. Oh. Volume's probably still too loud for the music. Let me bring down the volume a little bit over there. But that's basically the only level that matters. You could say 178 as a resistance, but I mean, not wrong by saying that. But then you also have 180 right above it, so just keep an eye out for that too. Pony, what did you do today? Zilch, nothing burger, move on. ON, Trady McGrady, Prad, ON tomorrow, question mark. That was on Twitter for anyone who thinks that I'm just making up chat now. I'm not hallucinating. That was on Twitter. That was on x.com. I also stream on kick.com, and is it kick.com? Yes, I also stream on kick.com and twitch.com, or is it twitch.tv? Twitch.tv and youtube.com. So whatever website you're watching me on, hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out the links below in the description for my affiliate sponsors and all other fun stuff and discounts on the products that I actually use day to day. Okay, ON, they reported earnings. I did not read the earnings report, got rejected completely from the 200-day moving average clearly. So not a good sign. This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. You know, maybe it's worth keeping an eye on if it gets above the 200-day, but pushing into the 200-day and then getting slammed the way it did is not a good thing at all. Is this worthy enough for a day 2 trade? Maybe not. I think honestly there's so many better setups tomorrow. I think Circle and CoreWeave are going to really bite the cake. We have a lot of garbage names here that are honestly going to take away my time from talking about the better stocks. But you know, I don't think ON makes the cut at the moment. So I'm just gonna skirt past ON. It was on the watch list though, but we're gonna skirt past that one. BBAI pushed right back to $6, and this is amazing because I want to see the stock struggle at $6 tomorrow. If so, there's a short opportunity right back at the $6 area. OKLO had a great trade today. Second chance scalp opportunity if you were looking for it. Shout out to your boys at SMB Capital right here. Second chance scalp. Stock breaks high day, pulls back, holds the 21-day moving average, holds the opening range high, and just rips back to a new day's high. However, still very much in previous ranges over here on OKLO. And you know, something about their light bridge deal that they talked about yesterday. You know, a little bit of a spike in volume and the relative volume too. The priority is just the, you know, as a day 2 trade, low priority, not a high priority, but worth keeping an eye on the watch list nevertheless. ASTS, fuck this name. Mainly because it burnt me today. It didn't burn me, I burnt myself because I suck at day trading. I was short right here in this area, and my stop should have been $54 according to the rules, but I did not give the stop $54, and what does the stock do? It pushes all the way to the downside, exactly to my target. So it was the FLS setup. This was $2 away from VWAP at that point, and based on that, you know, my stop should have been about 60 cents away from the VWAP, which was around 53.90. This little consolidation high, 54. I had too much size for that. I did not give it to the 54 stop. I got stopped out a little bit before 54, and the stock actually gives you more than FLS target. FLS target should have been $2, so that should have been around $51.20. You actually get a 2 FLS target, almost $4 move for risking $2 on this trade. So wait, no, not you. Actually, you're supposed to get a so you do get a $4 move for risking 60 cents on this trade, 70 cents on this trade. Technically, in my case, I was risking $1 because my entry was on the breakdown of this low, which was $53. So I was risking about $1, or I should have risked about $1. And I would have gotten $4 out of that trade. Even if I risked $1 to make $2, that was a 2-to-1 trade, and I didn't trade it properly. So a little frustrated with myself on ASTS today, and because of that, I might actually go ahead and ignore that name tomorrow unless there's a really clean setup. Something that really stood out to me looking at it really quickly here was 55 on ASTS. Looks like an absolute wall. So 55 breaks, maybe there's a setup there to keep an eye on. Archer actually managing to bounce back through $9, $9.24. This is what I was kind of telling you guys to be careful for. You know, you don't want to be trapped on the breakdown over here. You really want to see it be weak in this area, and it clearly wasn't, moving right back into this range high. Maybe in the next few days or even next week, if we start seeing the stock back above 1060, I might actually look to snag some shares on my own. Even your dog agrees. It's because my brother just got home. I might snag some shares over here to get long on Archer. So keeping an eye on Archer. Not a high priority. Snag some shares even for the swing trade could be viable, as the stock would basically be undercutting and rallying back above key moving averages for the short term. For the long term, we basically bounced off of a key moving average. MNDY, let's go take a look at how this stock did today. Did we break yesterday's low, or did we continue to go lower? We broke yesterday's low, but you know, low volume was actually not bad volume for a stock that has an average volume of less than 1 million yesterday. Today 1 million average, adding up overall. Traded 5 million shares. Basically did exactly what I wanted to do, which is showing you rejection at yesterday's VWAP. So let's quickly head over to the daily chart, go to today, and show you where I have some levels put in. So resistance 182 to 186, and you can see how basically, what was the high of day today? 183.49. So that area got tested very little, and ever since then it just struggled to stay above 180 and just kept pushing back to the downside. Clear weakness in technology stocks across the board, especially software as a business companies are getting destroyed. It's like AI is knocking on the death door for them. CRM here, APP currently, you know, holding off really well and going parabolic. So probably worth keeping APP on the watch for the parabolic short opportunities. But moving back away from APP, what other, anyways, moving on. What I'm trying to say is, you know, software as a service companies are really getting hurt right now because of AI capabilities to create a software, create a website so quickly. It is just mind-blowing. VIX, for example, probably a good short because of all the new AI companies that are coming out at the moment. Let's go take a look at VIX. Load. You gave up too soon. You should continue to follow the stock once your stop hit. Why? Because your second entry is more likely to work. Yeah, you're not wrong. There you go. Look at VIX.com now, pushing to the downside. These AI companies are coming for everything, man. AI tools are, I mean, this was probably a great short when I've been playing with AI tools for so long. I should have thought about it over here. This was a great short at that point. The stock is probably going back to 50s and delisting very soon. Their business model is so trash now. You know, I'm able to spin up websites with the click of a button. For example, here's a little project that I'm working on that I spinned up at a click of a button. This website is a website to host AI prompts so people can share AI prompts with people. You know, it's not a fully functioning website yet, but this took me a couple sentences to build. A couple sentences and 5 minutes. This took me a couple sentences and 5 minutes to build. Like, copy. Does it actually copy? Let's see. Copy to clipboard. It copies to clipboard. This took me 5 minutes to make and 1 sentence. So in the meantime, this took me like a whole 3 hours, 2 hours. Cumulative time, 2-3 hours. So, you know, when you have AI tools just completely killing your business, you got to look for these short opportunities setting up across the board. Coming back to the watch list, I got a little distracted. You know, MNDY basically in that software as a business project. So if it does get below 170 tomorrow, I think that is something to keep a real good eye on. I want to also check what MNDY's P ratio is. MNDY, what's your PE ratio? Expensive. expensive. Even after that drop, they're expensive. So yeah, if they get below 170, that could be a really good short tomorrow. Keeping an eye on these bad boys without a doubt. Now let's go to CoreWeave. These are the more fun names to keep an eye on. CoreWeave making a run up right before the earnings report, but the earnings report taking it right back to the south side. Let's quickly pull up our AI tools here and help us summarize our scan detailed circle, our scan detailed Kava, our scan detailed Getty. Okay, so okay, when was this circle? This one is Rigetti. This one is Kava. Sure. I kind of screwed up the order there, but sure. Circle reported earnings. Oh, there you go. Reported date today. That's what I wanted to see. Making sure that the report date was today. Key metrics up 53% year over year versus consensus. So the beat consensus implying slight revenue beat or inline results. Depending on source comparison basis. Okay. Adjusted EBITDA up 52% year over year. This is key notes over here real quick. On-chain USDC volume nearly 6 trillion, plus 5.4 times year over year. Okay, all numbers are looking good. So why did they flush in the numbers? Reserve return rate, other revenue, RLDC. What does that mean? Approximately 33% or 39%. Do I have dyslexia? Why can't I read numbers properly? Full year guidance, 36 to 38%. Numbers are looking good to me at a quick glance. Shares experienced a sharp multi-month appreciation since June 5th IPO, obviously. Coverage and data tickers highlighted. Okay. Genius! Trump and his act names. The big beautiful bill. I'll be honest, I'm seeing growth across the board and I have no idea why. Wait, Circle is not the one we needed. We needed CoreWeave. Lol. Let's refresh the page. Go back. And we need CoreWeave. So let's move on. Circle's not even the one I needed. I completely zoned out. Rigetti. We know why Circle sold off. Rigetti, revenue down 42% year over year. EPS narrowed. Oh, you even summarized the earnings call? Awesome. Thank you for that. But we already have Perplexity Comet kind of doing that for us. The one thing I hate about this command is it doesn't show me the can do 3 on this one. Rigetti, CoreWeave, and fuck, what's the fuck? Why do I keep forgetting it? Kava. Okay, let's do 3 on this one and quickly see what we get. In the meantime, CoreWeave. Oh, it's a lot to read on stream. I'm not reading all that. Kava, yeah, you're gonna give me a lot to read over here too. And that's why I made a stream shortcut, because it's gonna give us a more quick synopsis of exactly what we want to see. Year over year growth down on Rigetti. We read that already. EPS down, but still improving. Actual versus estimates, BEPS by 1 penny. Actual versus estimates on revenue, they missed by 3 to 6%. No explicit forward revenue, no real guidance and forward map. That's for Rigetti. Sentiment score out of 10. We're getting social sentiment score 4 out of 5. A lot of people looking bearish on social sentiments. Earnings score, we're getting a 3.5 out of 10. A really, really bad sentiment score over here from our AI tools for Rigetti. So just maybe scroll down and then we can see for all stocks, right? Which one is this? Okay, revenue. CoreWeave, we are up 200% year over year. Not bad at all. EPS slightly missed. Revenue beat. They're losing 60 cents versus estimates of losing 20 cents. So a little bit of a miss on EPS over there. Full year guidance raised. Notable backlog mentioned. Okay, sentiment score for CoreWeave 7 out of 10, much better. Earnings score also 7.5 out of 10, and then Kava 4.5 out of 10, and then 4.5 out of 10. Beautiful, love to see that. 280. They're still growing year to year though because of their special, or is it Sweet Greens that has their beef bowl that make them grew drastically. Anyways, Kava growing 20% year over year. EPS beat, revenue miss. Get away. Revenue miss. Guidance, cut guidance, so not good at all. Okay, short sale, is this, what is SSS? But sentiment really low over there for Kava. I'm liking how these reports are looking better and better every day. You can see how the AI is really training itself and catering itself for me, and we have good articles to quickly click on and see where it's pulling this data from. I like it, AI. Good job. You're doing a great job for us. So quickly, we got an idea that CoreWeave has a decent report but still sold off. Rigetti had a horrible report and should sell off. Meanwhile, Kava sold off drastically, and that is exactly in the direction that it should go. Last time I checked Kava's PE ratio, it was in the 200s. Is it still in the 200s? 70s, in the 119, so it did come down quite a bit. So, but multiple bottom breaking down, and that actually clearly opens up a lot of downside on this name. If you zoom out a little bit, going right back into this little range high, basically, from what I remember. Oh, look at that. That range high, that range low, and pushing right back into that area. Oh, not just right back into that area. We got a little bit room to go back down if needed. One thing that's interesting, very, very interesting, is the earnings VWAP is right at 72.50, and that level right there at $70 really stands out. That's that recent range low. So if we pop and find selling somewhere between 70 to 72.50 area on Kava, that's game over for this stock. I am so ready to short the crap out of this name. So high priority Kava, even more priority than honestly Rigetti and CoreWeave because of their lack of reaction in the after hours over here. But that's not gonna stop me from looking for a trade on either one of them if it does give you a good setup. For example, if you get that little breakout right here on RGTI, even though their report was trash, if we do get a break over here on RGTI and start pushing up higher, I'm going to be expecting that's because IonQ is doing something similar. I'm looking to get long IonQ on the breakout of this high and then keep pushing higher. QUBT, QBTS, these are your other quantum names you can possibly look to sympathy trade on the Rigetti earnings report. But you know, I'm just gonna watch the culprit directly, which is Rigetti. If it does push back above this high, I'll keep an eye out for it. I think currently we're below 15. Where are we in the after hours? Right around 15. Bounce off of 15. Very, very low priority, really. CoreWeave, just because it's a recent IPO and how far of a run up it's had in the recent history, this stock will for sure be a high priority name, but still not as high priority tomorrow as Kava just of yet. I need to see how it sets up in pre-market. That report doesn't look too bad. I think we might see a push back up on CoreWeave, especially if market is looking bullish tomorrow again. So right now I don't really have a clear outline and a plan of what I want to do with that name, but on the watch list, and I know that it's a high priority name. But if the situation changes tomorrow where the stock doesn't really bring in volume, it's not really doing anything, trading sideways, then I don't have to leave it on the watch list at all. I could easily stop watching it, not really care about it. Hood, I'm gonna not talk about Hood right now and actually go to ATNF and BMNR because there's only about 10 minutes or so left, and we can quickly do these two stocks and then talk about the IPO tomorrow. ATNF, monster move higher. Your guess is as good as mine, honestly, but my setup is basically looking for the stock to pull back at today's midpoint, today's VWAP, showing some strength above that area. If it does, then you know, there could be more room upside. So looking at today's VWAP, which is around $7 on the 5-minute, if you pull back to the daily chart, you can see how today's midpoint is actually a little bit higher than today's VWAP. That's at 881, almost $9. So a little bit of a discrepancy in the price points from today's VWAP on the 5-minute compared to today's midpoint on the daily. Depends on how you want to trade that situation overall. Why did I just do this? It was such an Indian thing to do. But I'm going to keep an eye on 7 because that was today's VWAP. If we do get a pullback, I think there's something over there to keep an eye out for. BMNR could get really spicy. ETHE could be really, you know, keep blasting higher, which is ETHUSD. If this just keeps on blasting and keeps on going higher, which clearly looks like it wants to, then you know, the higher this goes, the higher BMNR, the higher ATNF, the higher SBET, and all other culprits in that basket of stocks will continue going. So keep an eye on 70 over here. If we get above 70 tomorrow and hold above 70 on any dips, this stock could go absolutely bonkers. SBET, I think I was short this stock at one point today, but it's in the same basket of craziness. USAR, what was the catalyst on this name? I completely forgot. Was this a reverse SPAC merger? Looks like it's a SPAC merger, and now trying to break all-time high, which is $20. That just makes my life very easy. Don't really have to complicate it anymore from there on out. If you break 20, we're watching you. If you're not breaking 20, we're probably shorting you around 20, and so on. Coinbase slowing down a little bit. MSTR, what are you doing? Also slowing down. IBIT trading sideways slowly, but it did get a pop yesterday, so that's shout out to IBIT. I think the main ETF right now that everyone's watching is obviously ETHE or ETHA, with how kind of parabolic a little bit all of these charts are looking, if I'm being honest. So whichever one has most volume. If Ethereum has a sell-off day tomorrow, I think looking for some sort of a short on these names might not be the worst thing to do. But you need Ethereum to sell off first. You need Ethereum to be red. If Ethereum's not being red, then you know this is not going to be the name to keep an eye on for. If Ethereum is red tomorrow, you might just go trade BMNR and ATNF and really make some money on the day. But if you don't want to risk it, no risk, no worry. But if you don't want to risk it, you can trade ETFs, which trade a little bit slower, and also have good liquidity over here for us to take advantage of. Anything that I'm forgetting? Large cap stocks, I think honestly I'm going to be ignoring large cap stocks tomorrow for the most part, other than managing my Tesla long-term position, which is looking very good at the moment. Couple long-term stocks that I do want to talk about, or not long-term, swing account stocks that I want to talk about. Real quick, Baba's looking very good for a swing trade, especially with the 90-day extension on tariffs. So keeping an eye on Baba over here for a swing and a day trade. I might even buy some Baba in my personal account after hours, after the stream is over. What was the other one? I think it was Ion Q, which I already talked about. And TEM, Tempest AI, potentially giving you a very similar setup also. So Tempest AI, where is it? Right here. So Tempest AI, very, very solid sideways base for such a long time over here. If we do get above this, I think we can see some explosive nature coming into play on this name. And also you can see how most recent high breaking, some volume coming back in the name. So getting above 68, getting above 66 will be something to keep an eye on Tempest. Okay, that's basically enough for the watch list today. Let's quickly head over to the IPO. Tomorrow we got a big IPO in the cryptocurrency world. Where is it? Let's go to the offer amount, sorted by offer amount. Tomorrow we got a $1 billion IPO. MIAX, that's hilarious. Tomorrow we got a $1 billion IPO. And we got a couple other smaller IPOs, but these are basically merger acquisition companies, so not as important. Just one of them actually, so not as important. But the main one is the crypto company Bullish. Let's dive deeper into it by reading the thread that Perplexity AI made for us. So crypto trading platform plus CoinDesk owner files for a New York listing. IPO targets 4.2 to 4.8 billion dollar valuation. Initially 20.3 million shares, upsized to 30 million shares. Leading underwriters are JP Morgan and Jefferies and Citibank. Revenue is strong, doubled year over year. Q1 revenue up 78% year over year. Let's actually go confirm that really quick. Stock analysis. What do you have to show us over here on BLSH? Financials. Woo-wee! Look at that number. That is nuts. What am I looking at right now, dude? Revenue is growing by what? That can't be accurate. That number doesn't even... What? Woo-wee, mama. So they have been nothing but growing since you know, 2022. And they're growing insanely. That's wild. Let's look at cost of revenue. Cost of revenue going down a little bit. Gross profit going up and up and up. Do they have a PE ratio? They don't. Ooh, wee mama, that's a profitable company if I've ever seen one. Profit per employee though. What does CoreWeave do? Or sorry, I know what Bullish does. I forgot. I thought I was on CoreWeave for a second. I know what Bullish does. Okay, wow, that's crazy. So clearly growing, crazy growth. Q1 2025 reality check. Volatility strikes, net loss. Culprit fair value losses on crypto assets. Management guides to profitability in Q2. Earnings highly sensitive to crypto swings. Makes sense. Well capitalized. Liquid assets, $1.9 to $3 billion range in liquid assets. A mix of BTC, ETH, cash, and stable coins. Strong liquidity, cushion for operations. Solid foundation, but crypto exposure equals volatility, obviously. Business mix beyond pure trading, owns CoinDesk, which is crypto news and a data market website. Obviously that is a good way to diverse themselves away from just only making money off of crypto trading fees and so on. So a good way to diverse themselves over there a little bit. Key risks considered before investing: crypto market volatility, as Q1 shows, regulatory uncertainty in digital assets, integration challenges with acquisitions, competition in crypto exchange space. What to watch for? First, trading day dynamics, and a little bit of a blah blah blah, blue in this jargon. They're just basically AI. Keep in mind, all of this post, 100% of this post was made by AI. So I was testing something. I was actually testing its ability to give me a full report, which it did. It gave me a full report, and then I told it to make that report into a concise thread and post that thread by itself, which it also did. So shout out to Perplexity AI comment. So bullish IPO tomorrow. Keep an eye on this one. Will be a high priority. Right now they're expecting the stock to open $32 to $33 area. I'll be honest, I'll be surprised if the stock opens anywhere below 50. I'm expecting 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Anywhere above 50 is my expectation on this one. 32 to 33 for that type of growth is absolutely nuts. It's nuts. So, you know, keep an eye on that for sure. I want to show you what Circle's growth looks like. And here's Circle's numbers. Okay, so here's Circle's numbers. And Circle IPO'd at what price? Like, it was supposed to open in the $33 and it opened at 64. Figma was supposed to open at 33 and that opened at 60 something also. And if you take a look at Figma, they're not even growing the way this is. And this is actually in the cryptocurrency space, which is absolutely going nuts at the moment. So bullish is the most high priority name tomorrow. Probably starting trading somewhere around, I want to say 11 to 1 o'clock window. You never know when they open these stocks. Is this a NASDAQ stock or a New York stock? If it's New York stock, you might as well get your lunch and be ready for it to open. If it's a NASDAQ, it's a New York stock. This is not going to open till 1 o'clock. From my experience with NASDAQ brokers, these lazy fucks, they don't open stocks until it's too late. So we're going to have to wait for until that time. But obviously, don't take my word for it. We're going to keep an eye on this stock all day from 9:30 until 3:30 to see when they open it and then trade it when that happens. Very high priority name without a doubt. Okay, I think that's basically it for tonight's stream. Besides that, I got nothing else to talk about. I think, you know, large cap stocks, I'm just gonna skip past them because it's already past 9 o'clock. I gotta go eat some food. I gotta go do the dishes. I haven't even walked my dog yet, but I guess I could use an excuse that it rained today and not walk him. But no, I'm pretty sure he's sitting outside my door outside already. So I'm gonna head out. I'll catch you guys Thursday because I'm not streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Traders for Cause Toronto meetup event, so that's gonna be a fun one. Where is this? There you go. Just for some proof. Okay, just for some proof. Traders for a Cause, Steam Whistle Brewery tomorrow from 6 to 9 p.m. At the mezzanine in Steam Whistle. So just in case you think I'm lying to you, TH, I'm not. Okay, so if you are going to be at the meetup, it's going to be a fun one. Hopefully we get to see a lot of traders from Toronto, from you know, Canada, because you know, we don't get to meet a lot of people from here. Most of the people online are American, so it will be nice to meet everyone. See you guys Thursday. Good luck on the market. Go make some money. Tons of opportunities out there. Go make some cash. Bye. After the after hours with your host TraderPrad, I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. It might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow, as you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, TraderSync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.